Since Triple H officially retired at WrestleMania 38 and has had more of a backstage role in the WWE, I think that people have forgotten how badass prime Triple H really was. When he was the Game, a 14-time world champion, one of the greatest villains in WWE history. You're lying if you said that you didn't used to spill out water and get pumped up whenever Triple H's theme would hit. Time to play the game! Triple H became such a big name that even people that didn't even watch wrestling, as soon as they hear that theme song, they knew exactly who it was. The Game, the King of Kings, the Cerebral Assassin. Whether you like My Time or his two other themes for Motorhead, his entrance was so badass with the lights and him spilling water at the crowd while on the ropes. You can't tell me that when you would be watching that live when Triple H was in his prime, you didn't have goosebumps. Because if you say you didn't, then you capping. He would always find a way to remain at the top, whether it was using his trusty sledgehammer as a last resort. He would always do whatever it took to stay on the top. He had so many memorable moments in his prime. His Hell in a Cell match with Mick Foley, his heated feud with The Rock, the love triangle between him, Stephanie McMahon, and Kurt Angle, his epic rivalry, then Power Trip with the Rattlesnake, his trilogy with the Deadman at WrestleMania, his legendary denim jacket return in 2002, Evolution, then turning on Randy to only have Batista turn on him. Not only was the Attitude Era the peak of the WWE, but I think we can all agree that the best version of Triple H was from 2000 to 2001. His mic skills were at its peak. He had feuds with two of the biggest stars in WWE history in Stone Cold and The Rock. A legendary match with The Undertaker at WrestleMania 17, where Motorhead actually performed his entrance song live. And of course his power trip with Stone Cold, which was very entertaining, where they won every single belt in the WWE. And getting to see his relationship with the boss's daughter develop were all great things that we got from this version of the game. His feud with Shawn Michaels from 2002 to 2004 will go down as one of the most personal yet memorable of all time. His longtime best friend had to retire after a back injury in 1998. And finally, when Shawn returned in 2002 to wrestle, how does Triple H welcome him back? Of course, like any friend would. A pedigree. This was when Triple H officially lost it. He was a heel before, but this time around, after a forgettable face run in early 2002, the second half of the year, he was back to his old self, but times two, almost murdering Shawn before and after SummerSlam. And after 2 years of a back and forth brutal rivalry, he finally ended the feud on top. Of course, he did have a couple of bad feuds. The way the Booker T and Triple H rivalry in 2003 was settled at WrestleMania 19 was awful. His main event match against Y2J at WrestleMania 18 was boring, and he buried Goldberg and Scott Steiner as soon as they arrived in the WWE and killed their momentum and almost killed their careers. With some people regarding his feud with Scott Steiner the worst of his career, and the weird program with Kane, let's not talk about that. Late 2002-2003 was by far the most hated and ultimate heel version of Triple H. No one liked Triple H at this time. He was so overpowered, damn near would win all of his matches, and when he was on the verge of losing, he would get an assist from Evolution to bail him out. But in 2003, he also had so many brutal matches and a lot of blood was shed. Triple H would be bleeding every match like he was Ric Flair. As a heel, Triple H was willing to do anything to become a champion. Although a lot of people really hated Triple H's reign of terror, one positive I can take from that is that it added a lot of value to the belt. But that's pretty much it. In 2005, we had Handlebar Mustache Triple H. And after screwing over Randy Orton in 2004 and beating Randy Orton's ass, Randy Orton exposed Triple H for being a backstabbing snake. Once Batista realized that Triple H was in it all for himself, Triple H tried to make it all about Evolution and was able to convince the Animal that he had his back. But after Batista caught Triple H backstage planning to get Batista to sign to SmackDown to protect himself, Batista chose violence. And we got that iconic thumbs down moment and the Animal was unleashed. And boy, Triple H got his ass beat. the great thing about Triple H during his prime, he was willing to put over others and was a big reason why Batista was able to become a huge star in the WWE. He gave him legitimacy by taking those beatings. It was really the first time we saw Triple H unsure about himself. When he wrestled guys like The Rock, Stone Cold, even Goldberg, it was always an even matchup physically. But Batista around this time was jacked and was in his prime, which made for some brutal matches and promos. A feud that ended in a Hell in a Cell match, just like Shawn's, but this time Triple H had to take the L, which at that point Triple H never lost in that structure, but after a bloody war. Unlike the Shawn Michaels feud, Batista came out on top. Some of Triple H's most underrated matches and my personal favorite version of the game was in 2005. After 2005, Triple H was still winning world championships and had a great feud with John Cena, ending in a match at WrestleMania 22. Then in 2007, he had his second torn quad, returning later that year at SummerSlam 2007. But as a face, Triple H wasn't as interesting for me as he was when he was a heel. And I felt that once the PG era arrived, Triple H just wasn't the same. And I don't really blame him for that. Don't get me wrong, he still had great matches from 2007 up until his retirement, but it really wasn't the same Triple H. I think it was possible due to Triple H becoming less and less active as the years went on, and the PG era really watered everything down. We will never see another Triple H again. The cerebral assassin in his prime was ruthless. After 2007, Triple H did his thing and was still great, but his run from 1999 to 2006 was the best years of Triple H. Regardless if he was heel or face, Triple H was the benchmark in the WWE. And when you really think about it, like, Triple H has deadass beaten everybody. Like, Triple H has wins over Kurt Angle, Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Stone Cold, John Cena, Edge, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, damn near everybody. But let me know in the comments what were y'all favorite Triple H moments during his career. But that's gonna be it for this video. I'm out this hoe.
Mentally erasing, true to be tweaking like somebody laced them. I know some demons in Broward, they Haitian. Niggas ain't dropping no bodies, they fake. They can't get no passes if he wrote a statement. Can't get no passes if he wrote a statement.